This the introduction. Yep, I'm introducing me. 6 feet, 300 pounds, known to rock the newest sneaks. Coolin', never foolin', rockin' G-Shocks like it's jewelry. Counting mad currency, flowing better than fluently. A man told me my years ain't match my wisdom. I can't remember his name.
What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy, the honorable, beautiful black man, Brimezus, is back in here with another YouTube video as to how to properly categorize your woman. But before I get into this video, guys, don't forget to like this video or dislike it. I know a lot of you guys will. Don't forget to comment below, guys, on how you believe you should properly categorize a woman that you're with. Don't forget to cop some t-shirts off my websites. The links will be listed in the description box below. And most importantly, guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can continue to give you guys content every single day. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. How to properly categorize your woman that you're with, romantically, obviously. Start from the very top of the hierarchy, guys. Your wife or wives. So you guys know that, one, I'm Muslim. I have non-Eurocentric Western views on relationships and family. Your wife or wives, because I also believe in polygyny where a man can have more than one wife. Your wife is special. As a man, you should be a provider. In Islam particularly, guys, your money is your money, her money is her money. So you have to be able to put yourself in a position to provide. It's okay if you guys do handle bills together. Maybe you guys split the bills 50-50, which can lead to some problems. Maybe you guys split the bills 70-30, but maybe as a man, you cover 100% or 90% or close to 100%. And guys, that should just be par for the course, because as a man, the historical contract that men and women have was, as a man, I'm gonna provide you resources and safety, shelter, and you're gonna provide me with children and sexual exclusivity. So yes, you are responsible for taking care of your wife. You are responsible for providing for your wife. If you have more than one wife or more than one woman, then you should do for them equally. So maybe you do like one more than the other, doesn't matter. You have to treat your wives equally. You can't just buy one a house and don't get the other one a house. Now, of course, they do have to both be performing at the same level, more or less, as far as, like, you know, cooking, cleaning, taking care of you, holding down the kids, holding down the house, staying off the streets, more or less. But if they don't hold up that their end of the contract, you gotta get rid of them.
We had a contract. I saved your life, and you give me.
Now, okay, at that point, you and your wife, you guys are family. You guys have to behave as family. That's I personally believe through working through problems and working through thick and thin. That is your wife. You have to care for her. Some that you guys have, you know, bad days. You're not perfect. She's not perfect. People aren't typically perfect. You guys gotta understand. You guys are working for the better good to contribute to society and community with a strong and stable and healthy family. That's the point of having a wife. Your wife can be your best friend. Maybe you guys have a lot in common. You guys have a lot of similar interests. You guys share a lot of hobbies, and that's great. However, just because you guys don't have those kind of things doesn't mean that you guys are not suitable to be married. If you guys are respectful people and decent people, then you guys can always make it work. And if you guys, and that's why I also encourage you guys to share and uphold religious values, because that way you deal with a relationship with honor. You don't gotta worry about somebody being dishonest. You don't gotta worry about somebody being disloyal. You don't gotta worry about somebody doing things behind your back, because they're honorable people. So if you're an honorable person, whether you're a man or a woman, don't decide to marry a non-honorable person. And if they share the same religious values as you, then just because they hold those kind of values, they're not going to go outside those kind of parameters. And they're going to treat you within those parameters because that's what they believe in. If they don't believe in healthy, stable, and strong relationship and family order, then you just expect those things to unravel throughout your marriage and relationship. So that's how you should categorize your wife. Your queen, she's supposed to be one of those most thorough people on your team, because that is your queen, that is your wife. The man is the head of the household, but the wife is the neck on which the head turns. Guys, just a man should be able to lead. A man should be able to make the majority of the decisions and be the example and the final decision maker. But he also needs a supportive woman to help him in the mission and his goals. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, the concubine. The concubine, guys. The concubine, there's several definitions for it, guys. It's kind of like a lesser wife that you're not formally married to, doesn't quite get the same access to provisions as your wife, and that's the basic difference between the two, like across the board. The children you have with your concubine can have access to like an inheritance and stuff like that, but the wife doesn't. The concubine does not have the same access to provisions and resources as your wife would typically get. Now you can still have relationships with that concubine. You can still provide quarters or shelter, but for example, like what I said before, if you are polygynous and you buy one wife a house and you have to buy the second wife a house or so forth, just to be fair, if you have a house you bought for your wife or you and your wife have a house, then you don't necessarily have to buy the concubine a house. So the concubine live in your house or you give her an apartment or whatever the case, but you don't have to provide the same level for that concubine as your wife. And at the same time, the concubine does owe you the same kind of support that your wife does by and large.
We had a contract.
She still be supportive of you, and of course you still have sexual access to that woman lawfully. So that is the concubine tier. You have the wife, the concubine tier. Then the fiance, guys. Okay? So this is where it gets a little bit murky. Especially for my more religious brothers out there, and for the brothers there that are also saving themselves for marriage. So, guys, if you're anything like me, you save yourself for marriage. But you can only save yourself for marriage once. You're gonna be a virgin once. In the event that you are a virgin. Obviously, if you're a virgin, you save yourself for marriage, you can't move into a house with a woman before you guys get married because things are gonna happen. So, if you are a virgin, it's gonna be far more easier for you if you get engaged to somebody that is not a virgin, if you're trying to save yourself from marriage. So from personal experience or for people that I know, if you're a virgin and you get somebody that's not a virgin and you save yourself from marriage, that's good, but it also can create problems down the line. Now it's gonna be a lot easier if she's also virgin because then she's gonna not come into the game with some skeleton in the closet. It'll make your life a lot easier, I promise you it will. If you're not a virgin, and again, I have a lot of religious beliefs. I believe in getting married as soon as possible. But if that's not an option, or it's not something that's feasible, because you deal with somebody from a different religious background, or whatever the case may be, you can't save yourself from marriage a second time. So unless she's also a virgin, say you're not a virgin, but you want to save yourself to marriage, she's a virgin, and she's younger than you, then yes, you can still save yourself for marriage. That's cool. But if she's not, and she's already been on these streets, guys, I'm telling you, it's a losing battle. You're not coming up anything. You're gonna lose a lot. You're gonna lose a lot of money. You're gonna lose a lot of resources. You're gonna lose a lot of time and energy. Save yourself for marriage for a girl that is not a virgin, and you're gonna be severely disappointed. I'm trying to save you, gentlemen, here. The world has changed, and I'm trying to offer a course correction. So again, for all you guys out there, for example, in Islam, there's a saying that men of purity are for women of purity. Save the adulterer for the other adulterer, save the fornicator for the other fornicator. To make your life easier, you need to avoid these kind of pitfalls from the start. And I know it's difficult for men nowadays to get with women entirely because most men out there, let's face it, guys, who are not sexually active and were virgins. So most of the guys that are getting women are in a specific tier. So we went from fiance, now we're gonna go down to girlfriend. That's just a little bit more of a cloudy and murky water situation here. Guys, number one, with your girlfriend, do not move in with your girlfriend unless you plan to get married within 6 months. This comes from the book called The Rational Male, guys. I will list it in the book below. I'll also link a video you guys can watch because basically if you guys are living together, even if it's just your girlfriend, you guys are still living within the confines of marriage. You guys can still easily make kids. You guys are gonna be handling financial responsibilities. You're just gonna have an easy way out without having to go through divorce. And here's the honest to God reality. It might not take a year, it might not take 2 years, it might not take 3 years, and nothing really happened to me, but I'll tell you one thing, to some degree, guys, your girl's gonna start acting a lot different once you guys start living together than what she does when you guys aren't living together. And for some guys, most guys are gonna be like she's gonna give you more attitude, and for the worst case scenario, guys, she's gonna start giving you guys less sex. Guys, never accept less sex from a woman. Ever. That's reasons to cancel a relationship. Remember, you're trading your resources for her sexual exclusivity. I lost the original footage to this part of the video on my last shoot, so I'm making an amendment. That's why I'm wearing a different shirt. But anyway, guys, in regards to categorizing your woman, if she's not putting skin in the game, and you know what I mean by putting skin in the game, guys, you shouldn't be taking her out on concerts. You shouldn't be taking her out on expensive dates. You should be taking her out on trips. You doing any of those kind of things, gentlemen, you gotta be making sure that she is putting skin into the game. Okay, if she is your woman in any capacity, guys, you have to claim sexual exclusivity with that woman. That is mandatory. Don't cuck up for these women to say like, oh, you're in an open relationship, guys. If you're in an open relationship with a woman, you lost. It's over for you. You're done. Bottom of the totem pole, your DNA is not worth anything. Pin it out there. And you need to hear that. So, and understand this, just because she's your girlfriend, guys, you are not financially responsible for her. It's okay for you to exercise gender roles, but you aren't responsible for that girlfriend, okay? She can't demand dates out of you or anything like that, or some kind of money. You're not required to pay for her rent. You're not required to do this or do that, guys. And that's just by the choice of the Western world, because they made this new invention in the last like 100 or so years of girlfriends. Yes, I know girlfriends or paramours existed in the past. So maybe you might be in a long-term relationship with a girlfriend for, years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever, guys. It doesn't really matter. It's more about the strength of the relationship as opposed to the length of the relationship. Getting married after being together for like 10 years isn't indicative at all, in any case, that your marriage is gonna last longer than somebody that's been engaged, that got engaged with somebody within 3 weeks or so, meaning that one, or even 12 weeks. Because in other countries, people they meet a girl, then within like 3 months they get engaged, and 3 months after that they get married. That's just pretty often. Those marriages last a lot longer than they do in the United States. In the current United States, you see women, it takes like 6 months to become official, another 6 years before you get engaged, and then like a year or two after getting engaged, you guys get married. And then 2 years after that, you get divorced. Don't look at me, look at the statistics. Okay? Now, yeah, you can say, well, you get married early on, and then, you get divorced after 8 years, but it's also more statistics to back up the fact that if you get married early on, your marriage would last longer, more often than not, than 8 years. For all the gentlemen out there that want to have multiple girlfriends, and I don't recommend this, but guys, I'll tell you one thing, don't have secret girlfriends here and there and everywhere. Because if you do things in secret, then when it comes out, it's going to blow up in your face, and yo, what that? If you're going to have multiple girlfriends, you have to be honest and say, look, I have multiple girlfriends, this, and this. Now, all your girlfriends are required to have sexual exclusivity with you, because you won't be on the hook for a child that's not yours. There's 1,000 other reasons why you don't want them to be monogamous with you, but just that one alone, you can have a whole roster of chicks, and and if you allow them too much freedom, then they can come say, look, this is your child. Well, guess who's responsible? You. You're not smart enough to get a DNA test, bro. You're gonna get shafted. Also, guys, important, guys. So look, do not be friends with girls, guys, and never accept being in the friend zone with girls that you like at all. A girl uses you for your free attention, your time, your money, your resources, and everything. Trust me. And try to put that charm on because they know they can get away with that. I guarantee you. Being a friend zone person is not healthy for you. Unless if you guys are going out to lunch and she's always paying 50-50, that's fine because she's paying 50-50. You guys are going to like, I don't know, late play user tag or go-karting and she's paying 50-50. You guys are actually friends. That's fine. But that pretty much never happens. A girl will always say, oh, you're paying that, that's fine. I don't care if you guys are roommates, whatever, guys. Do not be in a friendship situation with a female. A female will always, because she's a lady, and put some charm or maybe give you a kiss that she can just, remove herself from financial responsibility. That's how girls are wired. So never be in the friend zone, guys, because look, you may think that like after 4 months that she would see the light and accept you as a guy. Trust me, you can get inside a girl's pants within 30 minutes. So that same girl that made you wait 4 months because she's trying to put on this charm, she's a good girl, maybe she is, but there's a guy out there that can, make it happen in 30 minutes. So the girl that you think is all that and nobody's getting, and Drake could get that girl in 30 minutes. So never accept being in the friend zone. If a girl tries to put you in the friend zone, you cancel that chick. It's over. It's done. You Nino that. You Nino Brown that situation. There's nothing to gain from it, guys. You leave her alone. And honestly, if you leave her alone, that's the best chance you have of getting her. Because if you show a chick that she don't care, you can walk away, she'll find that attractive. She'll probably come back after you. But if you show that you don't got more options, you're like, that's unattractive. She don't want you no more. So guys, do not deal with that. I'm telling you, man, you do not want that. So guys, I'm gonna wrap up my video on how to properly categorize your woman. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to comment below, guys, on any recommendations how you believe how you should categorize your woman. Don't forget to cop some Kamara t-shirts off my website. The link will be in the description box below. Most importantly, guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can continue to give you guys content every single day. It's your boy, Brimezus. I will see you guys next time.
Tú eres como el agua clara que llueve del cielo.
Cabrón.
Te quiero porque quiero que me quieras, porque como tú no hay nadie más que me quiera enseñar.
Chinga, qué pedo. Tranquilo, güey. Tranquilo, güey, tranquilo.
Con mis deseos en cuestión de piel.
Tranquilo, güey, tranquilo ya. No te merecía, la neta.
Es mucho.